Way long.
All right, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to another art night with your boys, Robot Lim and Stag Wolf. We're gonna be drawing some stuff today. What are you thinking we might draw here today? We got a theme.
I'm
Robot
feeling
Lim?
dark.
Feeling dark?
I'm feeling dark and devilish and gritty and no good. I feel
Dang.
villainous.
Villainous. Ooh, I like that. Thinking maybe some classic villains, maybe some video games.
Ooh, I mean, when I think of villains, I definitely go towards games and cartoons, maybe some movies. I don't know if anybody's got any just classic characters that come to mind when it comes to a villain. But biggest bad that I feel is like a staple is platformers. Idiot
Platformers. We're going. I'm feeling a little cold blooded myself.
I think we have something in mind.
All right.
Let's see if anybody can gather a guess a bit here from what we're putting down.
All right. Play a little game of guess who.
Well, guess, huh?
All right, I'm going.
Guess
What is
who?
it? It's Gyarados, right? That's my favorite platformer.
Oh, bro,
Oh,
how did
come
you
on.
know?
Yeah, just kidding.
How did you know? I don't know. Maybe the first person to guess this gets to know.
I don't know why it like puts black lines on it for some reason.
Black lines on what?
Like in Discord, whenever I stream my screen, just pops up black lines. It's weird. It's just on Discord too. It's really weird. You mentioned it last time actually.
Oh, the lines that run across.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember seeing that.
It's not on our stream, so which is odd.
I feel like
goodness.
I could give it
Those
away.
are some wild eyebrows, my dude.
Have you ever drawn like when you have the choice to draw something, you're like, I could do some traits that will like definitely give it away, or I could try to draw around that stuff. And not give it away.
If that doesn't give it away, I don't know what does.
I mean,
You're on it.
I will say too though that like sometimes it does take like looking at the actual design to be like, oh, I never knew that person had that thing there, or that character had that stuff.
I feel like he actually has like kind of a mullet.
I mean, not wrong. It does go up.
Keep us on light. So how's everybody doing today? I don't know if anybody's commenting on things. Our moderator's a little busy today.
I got the chat up, but not the general. But yeah, hope everybody's doing good. April, everybody do their taxes. Yeah.
Taxes.
So like that's the only big thing going on in my life. The fear and anxiety of taxes.
I finally got mine done on Sunday. Thank God we're open.
Oh yeah, man.
Stressful
return.
stuff. I don't know why. I don't know why taxes has to be like this big, like mind-numbing, stressful event.
I may be going down the rabbit hole a bit, but it doesn't have to be, and it really sucks that like, America gets lobbied to to make it a thing that we have to do ourselves. It's like other countries don't too.
I like how I read this thing that was just like, how much should I send you for taxes? It's like, I think it was like a text message thread, and the IRS responds, and it's just like, you have to figure that out on your own. It's like, okay, but do you know how much I owe? It's like, yeah, we have everything recorded. It's like, so why don't you just tell me? It's like, yeah, dude,
Oh no, but if you get it wrong though, we're gonna penalize you.
yeah, exactly. Like, what the hell?
Damn it. This shit's rigged. Like it's almost as bad as like home insurance, man.
Oh yeah, I know you can go through that. Also pretty rigged.
Hey, give us money in case some shit happens. We're gonna make it like it has to be that way. But also, we can drop you if you ask us for the money.
It's not right. It's
What?
not right, man.
Back in my day, I remember when insurance meant something. Pepperidge Farms remembers.
Savage Farms always remembers.
Pepperidge Farm never forgets. That would be hilarious. Pepperidge Farm. Oh man.
All right.
What's up?
I still don't know if I have any guesses as to who this might be.
Man, this is probably Silver Surfer or something.
Silver Surfer. Pretty close. He just needs a surfboard, right? He's basically there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop
This
our
would be,
behind here. We're looking pretty good.
Oh, this is a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, dude. Clearly some turtles going on here.
Yeah.
I can see the shell.
This is Leon Tello.
Is this Jack Black?
This is yeah. Jack off Black.
Peaches. All right,
I was trying
yo, dog. I'm gonna hand off this
You
lineup
sign it?
later to you. I'm gonna start
Let's
coloring some
go.
stuff.
Oh, thanks, man. It's like you
What's going through your guys' heads is your drawing?
I mean,
I was thinking about taxes for a solid 5 minutes there.
yeah, that's true. That was 100% true.
Do you like not think?
A little bit
Draw?
like I have some reference for sure, just to see like if it's looking like the thing. And I don't even know what Stag is looking at either, because he probably has some reference too.
I got some reference.
like-
pulled up, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of reference going on, and then there's also just like, hey, does this like kind of follow the mold of like the Goose character a bit? Like, how can we kind of meet in the middle? But
Yeah,
will say first and
that
foremost-
is pretty much it.
Yeah, first and foremost is definitely like the factor of like, will people get it? Like, you know, like, does it look like the thing that we're trying to go for? Sounds like it. Somebody has made a correct guess. Yeah, it's bow wow wow, you be yo, you be gay. I don't know if it's ever seen in what is it, like online, or I think it's in a game too, but like there's an item that like Bowserfies you, like makes you like a Bowser version, and they made like a Bowser version of Princess Peach,
That's pretty dope.
or like they either did that, like they gender bent Peach to be Bowser. I don't know.
I mean,
But
I don't know if that's necessarily gender bending, but
yeah, they took the Peach design and was like, what if she was
she
like,
probably makes for a pretty cool Bowser. I mean, we were
Yeah.
just talking about this with Fall Guys, right? Like Fall Guys has such a. If you've ever played Fall Guys, it's like a 3D platformer, pretty fun. You just kind of do a bunch of races and obstacle courses, kind of rounds and stuff. But we were talking about how like simple that character is, and the number of skins that they've been able to create out of it that just look and feel like their character while still, you know, paying homage to the other like properties and things that they have for these skins. Like,
yeah, it's pretty cool. Like when you see the like how much care they take into like these crossover stuff. Oh shoot! Like yeah, I can definitely tell that's what do they have? Like Sonic the Hedgehog or whatever else.
but yeah,
Oh
there was like the Assassin's Creed one, super cool. Shovel Knight, still my favorite.
yeah, so that's shit. Oh wait, Prankstar, you eating salad? Oh, somebody else is eating salad. I mean, at least
What?
they're not
You want
like
us to draw
opening up
Bowser eating a salad?
a fish dish. Oh, should we?
Nah.
Yeah, don't ever be the
Should be
person.
squeezing a Goomba.
Oh shit! Yeah, stress ball styles. I like his big,
Rare.
chubby ass hands too.
Dude, he has the. Finally, I'm not going to tell you to draw smaller hands. I'm going to be like, yep. Looks
all
right.
In case anybody doesn't know, Minx got some pretty sausagey fingers.
We got them beefers.
Yeah, we got them beefy boys. So sometimes
I wonder if that gives you like some kind of like artistic advantage.
No, I've seen some slender-handed fools drawn.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they got the advantage. They can hold these
Yeah.
tiny little tablet pencils and.
I think
refine
we were
all the
meant
details.
to be fucking construction workers or something, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's what my dad does. I always denied that. I was like, nah, that's not for me.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, my brothers, they do like construction, cementing, warehouse work, fucking everything that's just like requires some strong hands. Like, nah,
I
I'm
mean, if
gonna
you've
go be a
ever
delicate
seen me, I'm
artist.
like you too. Like we're definitely built for it. You know, there's absolutely no reason that the biggest lift we do in a day is a pencil.
Yeah, pretty freaking lazy. Although we'll say we got our push-ups in today.
We
I'm
did.
about to
We
show
did
Let's
some
go.
push-ups, dude.
Getting pumped up for the stream,
How many push-ups?
bro. 50.
50. Yeah, I
I'll do
did
50
50
push-ups
after,
right now.
after my haircut today too.
Oh yeah, and I gotta do a haircut. You right?
My boy Abed, he got a nice new clippers and setup too.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, like when he retires, I totally can see him opening up like a barber shop and just shooting the shit, cutting hair. Like he's a nerd for that kind of stuff. It's awesome.
I could totally see him doing that.
We were
That
joking
does sound
around
his
like
retirement dream.
yeah, I'm gonna get like into tattooing, and so it could be like a barber and like tattoo shop. Like, that'd be kind of cool.
You wanna do tattoos?
I definitely have like an interest in it. It's just like I don't know. I'm still worried about like me marking somebody up forever.
Yeah.
But
I'm still worried
I
about
think- I
that on
think
my
that's
own body, if I'm being honest. last.
Yeah, I gave up worrying about it,
I've
dude.
always wanted a tattoo, just never got one.
I mean, at this point too, it's like it's kind of cool. Also, not be inked. Like you've gone
It's
so
like the
long
new
without
meta.
it. Yeah,
Like, do you
yeah,
have any tattoos? Nah, sorry. Oh my god, you're pure.
yeah. You're pure of heart.
No, don't tell the ladies. Don't tell the men either. They can't know how soft I am. Who doesn't have any funky tattoos?
Hey, bro, it's a soft boy era. Let's go.
Right.
The ladies need to earn it.
I mean, I'm cool by
Strong,
it.
independent.
I need a sugar mama. I'm an artist, ladies. I hope you're ready for me to take care of the kids, do the dishes, and draw portraits of our pets.
Yeah. I want to do
That's
that. I
my
want to stay
household
home and like
contribution.
draw fruit and shit, and just
Yeah.
like I feel like so many wives back in the day are just like, yes, my hobbies are like painting and poetry and knittery. Bro, I
True.
want to do some of that.
Like knittery, that sounds dope. I want to try whatever that is.
And just don't call them knitters. You gotta, that T is really important.
Hey,
Whoa. Cancel. Uh-oh.
this poor Goomba dude. I just noticed his face.
Venus is saying Cardona Girls is up to something tomorrow. Uh-oh.
Oh,
What could they be doing?
I don't know, man. They're still all over my timeline. They're crushing it. They're bringing the attention
Venus
that
went-
Cardano's needed for
Forever.
Probably longer.
Venus, when you getting your invite to the Cardano Girls?
Or she's in there. I saw her video.
Hey.
I saw 2 of them, I think.
She's a video.
She's a Cardano girl through and through.
Is that Cardano Girl?
Color of Bowser's eyes. They're red.
They're like a fiery hazel. Something. Oh, so specific. Somebody done goofed up. Oh man, went to Vegas recently, had me a double in and out. Oh my gosh.
First time?
I mean, like, it's probably been like, when was CNFT gone? 2 years
It's a while.
since I had some in and out. It's good every time. I always gotta try it. Yeah, heck yeah. She in the club. B-Nash has tried it in and out. Remember B-Nash?
Yes, I just needed to talk
Oh.
about that because it was so fucking awesome.
It was delicious.
She and B
Best burgers I've ever had in my life. It was my first In and Outs.
Yeah.
First and
Definitely gotta
only.
go back again. Gotta go back again.
That's
Go
what
In
made
and
me
Out.
and Gub become friends.
Yeah. Food is always a good path to friendship.
It really won my heart because I was angry.
That's what In and Out is best for.
Yeah.
Could probably solve all kinds of problems.
World hunger,
Yep.
unless you're
Me and my
vegan or
girl-
something.
We're trying to find the In and Out, and we were walking around with like a bottle of Henny, getting just kind of drunk. and we made it in.
Did you just say you and your girl?
Yeah. I lost her after on the way back to that, and we were trying to call each other. I had no service. I was like, ended up using like Instagram to find each other.
I feel so far out the loop.
Oh man.
You
Yeah,
didn't tell
I'll
me
text you
about your
later.
Girl?
Oh yeah. I haven't told anybody nothing.
Yeah, like I'm just like, there's a girl.
It's girls.
Girls,
Okay.
plural? What?
Oh wait.
More
Girl.
than one? Get the fuck out.
I got somebody in my life who will probably be angry if they heard there was multiple girls.
There's not multiple girls. You
There's
player.
not multiple girls. Nah.
Is it Beast? Because he's listening.
Yeah, that's who would be angry.
Yeah.
I put on a wig.
definitely.
You
Yeah,
told me
make
I
him
was
walk around.
yours.
Make him walk around in an apron and stuff
That was a
too.
pretty girl.
He used to always be cooking me breakfast and shit. It's fine.
Yeah, that's how I won the hearts. Making
He won
food.
me over with his Kahlua pork.
Yeah.
That's not even a lie.
Oh, mystical pork.
So yeah, man, the thing this guy can do with cabbage, just
Give me some cabbage.
get him some cabbage, bro. He'll change your life. What the hell? You can do
Cabbage?
cabbage? No way.
Yeah. I didn't
What's
care
your- what's your
about
go-to
cabbage
dish?
before.
B Nash,
What's up?
what's your go-to dish? If you're
Go
trying
to
pull-
for what occasion?
just like if you're trying to impress somebody
Thursday
with like
night.
some food.
Like a crawfish etouffee or a roast. Probably the etouffee.
Oh my gosh, I gotta Google that. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know if that is
Oh my god, I can send you the easiest freaking recipe. It is so good, and you eat it with rice. Put it over. Everything goes with rice.
I love rice.
Oh man. Yes. Okay.
Carbs
It looks
are
kind
your
of like a
friend.
gumbo.
It's thicker. It's an
Okay.
etouffee, but it's not quite a soup. But it's not a gumbo. It's in the middle.
I love that. I love that.
Can you send me some?
Can I
Okay.
send you some?
Yeah, is that okay?
I don't know how would I do that?
I don't
Because
know.
like you don't want to
Recipe,
eat it if
yeah.
it goes bad. That shit would be stinking.
Yeah, just send them thoughts and prayers. That's probably the best you got. It's fine.
Yeah, dude. Send me all the thoughts.
I'll send you a recipe and you can get it and make it happen.
Ooh, I like that too.
Yeah, actually, anyone who needs to know, Steg is on point with the sandwiches and burritos. He probably
fucking
has, like,
love
this
sandwiches.
repertoire.
Those are my easiest go-tos. Those
Just
are
kinda
my
play
I'm
around.
feeling lazy. What sounds
Are
good?
you a
News.
sub sandwich kind of girl or like
Yeah,
you
but
know,
not toasted.
not toasted?
Ooh.
Aw,
Don't
what
toast
about you?
it. No.
Cold
No, I want a
sandwich,
sandwich to be cold. It's not supposed to be hot.
man.
Mm.
I love the way you said that too.
It's not. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be light. It's supposed to be
Like a Philly
fresh. And
cheesesteak.
it's supposed to be cool. Yeah, well,
Philly
if you get
cheesesteak
that
is
one, you're
hot and
setting yourself
roasted.
up you have to get it toasted. But I'm just talking about a normal ass sandwich.
I have tried some good pastrami sandwiches that are light and cold like that. Coleslaw always be setting that lightness, that crisp.
It just depends on what kind of coleslaw. Like who made it, you know? Did the grandma make it or did the aunt make it? I don't know. They all different.
Important details for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
I
And
love
who
that.
was around when it was being made?
Who's watching? Who's watching this dish?
No, who who is talking around the plate, because if they spit, I don't want to eat none of it.
I'm like you with that. I get super. I'm like super aware. Like when people are talking over my food, over my water, I usually don't say anything, but I just like I think about it.
It's a cringe.
Yeah, it is a total ick.
Like, I don't want nobody in the kitchen talking to the cook. I want her to have to walk out of the kitchen to talk to you. I don't want nobody in there messing with her. Or him.
Actually, I won't lie. I eat whatever. It probably wouldn't bother me at all if somebody were to like spit out some stuff. Like, whatever. It was only on the ground.
Yeah, you wouldn't care.
Oh, so here's a fun story. So
Here we go.
Robot Lim has basically become known for his iron stomach and will just like eat whatever spoiled whatever thing, you know. And it's become a joke, and I've had stomach issues since pretty much since I got to Seattle. All this kind of stuff started, and then so I've been like really like watching what I eat. So like anything that's spoiled now, I just like throw out instantly. And the other night, I like ate a bagel with some apple butter jelly that my mom had made, and I found this apple butter in my cabinet, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know I had this. Put it on a bagel, and then I'm eating it, or I ate the whole thing, and then I looked back at the jar to put it away, and I was like, oh man, this jelly was from 2016, and like I spent a bunch of time looking. Yeah, 8 years old. I was like, ooh, that's a red flag. So much for like.
Nah, you can add like 10 years to all that canned stuff if you can it and do it yourself. Like down here, they don't even put dates on the shit.
Right.
You just put it in the cabinet. It's good forever.
I definitely read that, but my stomach instantly just started getting all like gurgly, and I was not feeling well. I had to like force myself to throw it up. I was like, I am not going to the hospital right now. This is not happening. It was much for 1 a.m. on a Sunday night, I tell you. Man, this Bowser is looking sweet.
It's pretty swole.
I love the Goombas all purple, blue.
That's perfect. Oh shoot, dude, what's up, duder? He's saying he wants to see an Ace Ventura, dude.
Ace Ventura.
Somebody stop us.
I mean, we're trying to go for villains today. I wonder if we should stick on theme. I
feel like some people would think that he's a villain.
The Mask was a villain.
He's a menace.
Yeah. The Mask was a villain, right?
Like an
I didn't realize that there was like a comic of the Mask, and that it was like actually pretty dark. Like he's like this menace that like will come out of like anywhere and just like kill people in like way hilarious ways, or not hilarious, but like like exaggerated, almost like a supernatural Joker.
Supernatural Joker.
Like imagine if like the Joker like, oh, it'd be funny if like I ripped out his heart and like his heart came out like a Jack in a Box. Like he had to make this implausible situation happen. That was the Mask.
Sounds pretty evil.
Dr. Evil.
This looks dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good.
You know what? I was gonna do a little some on them eyes.
Yeah, get that highlight going. He's putting that mushroom Goomba in the Prophet's etouffee. And I just learned a new word, etouffee.
I'm surprised you never had an etouffee.
Maybe I have, and I just didn't know it. I mean, I tell people this, I don't think people believe it, but I really didn't know the difference between like chicken, pork, and beef for the longest.
What?
I'm learning. Yeah, I mean,
They're different things, turns out.
different. Yeah, it turns out they're different things. They come from different
Totally
animals.
different.
I don't know. I mean, was it the barbecue pork I seen hanging up was like red or pink? Like, well, beef sometimes is red. I don't know. These colors don't make sense to me. And then there's sauces. Sauces make a peach color too. Ooh,
Where are you?
little bit.
seeing
You said
this?
Akaza from Demon Slayer, bro. He's like one of the. When's the new season of Demon Slayer coming out? Because I
don't
read all
even
that
know what he
series and it's
looks
great.
like.
Oh, dude, he he's a demon that is like that
Oh,
does
this
like
is
martial
cool.
arts. Yeah, he has like stripes on his face. Yeah, I still think the arc where what's it called? The Red Light District arc is the freaking coolest.
There's like gold glowing eyes.
Yeah. I don't know. All the action, like if you get a chance to stay, like watch that series. It's they
I
make
had
the fight scenes
started
just
it.
so epic.
Yeah, I started it. It was pretty cool. I don't know why I didn't finish it, but it's just the way it goes sometimes.
Ooh, thanks, Vans. Snacking, you gotta eat your veggies. Goombas look like mushrooms.
They are mushrooms. They're based on like cremini mushrooms or something. Pretty
Oh,
sure.
is that true?
I'm pretty sure.
That's funny. I know, like Dragon Ball, all of the Saiyans are like named after different vegetables. Like Vegeta is vegetable, and then like Nappa, cabbage. Raditz was like a radish.
I mean, I've always loved that kind of stuff. I mean, even like the Ninja Turtles, right? Like named after great painters.
Oh yeah, that's the only reason I know.
Who
That
they
definitely
are.
was one of the biggest reasons why I knew who. Yeah, Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, like Michelangelo.
Who's Raphael?
I forget what his last name was. Did he ever? But he was another like Italian painter and architect.
Shout out
I'm just,
Italians.
I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't really know Raphael. I guess I know. Yeah, Leonardo. Donatello. Who's Donatello? Yeah. See, I don't know all these people.
Donatello.
You need to
It
get
sounds legit though.
Yeah, they just sound super Italian. You're like, yeah, you gotta call him freaking Bocelli. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. If I knew somebody named Donatello, I believe they were Italian scientist artist thing.
Yeah, it's kind of wild that like they're also scientists. I mean, it's cool. Like obviously, like some of the stuff they're studying, like they're just making observations. But what should we just do? Should we do?
All right. Yeah, as I say, Ace Ventura or Akaza are up here. I still think Aku would be just awesome.
Let's do one of the suggestions and then do Aku right after. I like that they're all A's so far, besides Bowser, but like Ace, Akaza, Aku. Like that's good.
Let's do Akaza. Let's see. I'm not familiar with him, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how this plays out.
Hell yeah.
He's got kind of a vest thing going on.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, so he needs to have.
B Nash is in the DM saying I sound like shit. No, B Nash, I'm perfectly healthy.
Was she just worried about your health, or she's talking trash?
I probably both.
Both.
Both. He was right. I am actually concerned that he's not getting enough rest or he's doing something else.
It's how it be sometimes.
Pinterest post that I'm seeing that has a Kaza with kind of this like looks like it's probably AI. It's like more of a decked out. Kid.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for that AI, man.
I don't know, I just think it looks cool and kind of a little more interesting than.
Yeah, then it's just like cloth looking. Yeah, he might not. Actually, no, we got this. We got this. I was gonna say he might not translate well as a dog, but that's just an excuse.
It's gonna be whatever it is, man. Welcome to Art Night.
Welcome to our night. Suggestions, we take these. Has anybody gone through a villain arc? Some shit that just made you like, yeah, I'm gonna be a bad person from now on.
Well, I heard a crazy story or a crazy concept, but what what's crazy is no war has ever been won by a bad guy.
Was it because of the
Everyone
victors?
that wins changes the narrative.
Exactly. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Think about it. It's so true, though, right?
It is. It is. I remember this time when I was just like thinking, like, oh man, America is the empire.
We totally are the empire.
Rebel forces, we squashed that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty wild how you get to write history when your side wins.
Seriously. You start to think about all the what ifs.
Yeah, like who really is the bad guy?
Yeah. I mean, and then like, what are the definitions of bad? Like, you get to set those.
Mm-hmm. You were bad because you're trying to kill the other side.
Yeah. We were just minding our own business,
Yeah.
sailing across the sea, and then these people started having a problem with us, enslaving
Just
people.
out of
What the heck?
Absolutely out of nowhere.
I'm so stoked that you guys are doing a Kaza.
Heck yeah. Oh man, did you ever watch that movie in theaters? The where he shows up and fights.
Oh no, I didn't watch it in theaters. That'd have been sick. I kind of got into Demon Slayer after that came out.
Oh yeah, because they also posted on like or they had the movie or the adaptation of the movie too. I think Netflix and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Such
Yeah, it's such a good movie. Yeah. Yeah, and series in general. So for the next season, whenever that is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually really glad, like, because I started reading it and it's pretty short. I mean, comparatively to like some other series, I just feel like they kind of drag on forever. But I like that there's like an actual end. Like, I don't like that people like some shows they just try to stretch it. Like, man, the story is suffering.
Yeah, same. For sure.
Yeah, I've still never seen it, or at least not much of it. Get there one day. How you doing, Fibbletip? How's your Thursday?
Yeah, man. Plugging away at some work.
Good boy. You working hard or barely working?
A little bit in between.
Yeah, that's my boy. Always poop on company time. Never forget that.
That's right. Well, I mean, I'm basically kind of freelancing right now, so it's kind of it's
So it's only ever on your time. Got it.
Right.
What kind of freelance do you do?
I'm a web developer.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I'm building
Nice.
a website right now for a company that is trying to like build something to kind of support vendors at farmers markets. It's kind of their market they're trying to get into.
Oh, sick.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Are they handling like the venue in space, or is this like a thing that any farmers market can kind of use as a resource or like as a tool?
Their goal is to roll it out to where like pretty much anyone can use it in the future. And they're just starting with farmers markets. They basically kind of want this. They have a goal in mind, way down the road to kind of. They want to get into like some real estate stuff as well, which they kind of want to build like communes is one way to put it, I would say, I guess. And I guess I can't go into too much detail, but they want people in these communes to be taking on the role of like selling stuff that they grow, and they want to integrate like this application into there, but they've decided that it's good to go and roll it out to vendors who already exist, like selling at farmers markets and stuff.
It's a pretty good proof of concept, I think, because like the whole commune idea is really gaining a lot more traction now that like housing and stuff is so crazy. Like I've seen a ton of stuff lately where people are just like, yeah, I just want to buy or I just want to put in on a plot of land with a bunch of people and just like make my own neighborhood.
For sure. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of what drew me in the first place.
Yeah, you can
That's
get paid.
it's a super cool.
You can get paid to take up land in the Midwest right now if you're building a
Oh,
compound.
for real? They're paying you?
Well,
they're
so
paying
the
people
way
to-
the way they pay you is giving you really, really, really cheap land.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, they give you like a stipend too of like, I think it was like
Sounds cool to me.
specific industries, right? Like if you're tech and you work remotely and you go there, they will pay you because they're trying to like make their employment statistics look better for tech industry or certain
Gotcha.
industries.
Interesting.
Yeah, I remember during the
What are we
pandemic,
making
a ton of
here?
people were moving. Have you ever seen Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of the what are they called? Upper Moons.
Yeah.
Villain. Yeah, we're doing a villain night.
The Kizuki.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot what they were called.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story gets
I never
so
knew.
crazy.
You never know.
Yeah, I didn't do it in the eyes because I don't know how to write kanji or anything. But each of the villains in this organization, they have like what number seat they are marked on their eyeballs. There's 12 of them, so like I think he's like number 6 or something or higher.
I think he's 3. I think he's super
3.
high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that from Bleach?
Bleach did have a number thing too. What do you call it? I don't know. They had so many different villains with like different like different
Well, Bleach's whole thing was the hollow, like the spirits and the swords and the right. That was
yeah,
that
but
was
then
Bleach's
like
things.
the different villains had their own like motif. Like all of the dudes from Hollows were like a Rancor, so they were all like Spanish things.
Yeah, the Rancor had numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was also
the
the
Rancor have
Espada.
numbers. Yeah, they were, but that was just their literal power ranking.
Yeah. That's not how these were.
I don't know. I know of Demon Slayer. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, if you're interested in like
Yeah, like
good stories, you should.
yeah, the higher you are, the
Good
stronger
story.
you're supposed to be
Alright.
in this situation. Yeah.
I hear it's good. I watched Hunter x Hunter, which was another one of those like it takes a while to get into, and then the story's really good. Same thing with like One Piece too. Like One Piece, I hear is really, really fantastic, but you have to watch 100 episodes to get into it.
Sounds like a
No,
lot.
Hunter x Hunter is definitely one of my personal picks too. Like, this dude he did what was it Yu Yu Hakusho, which I guess
I love
was
Yu
pretty
Yu.
big.
Yeah, Yu Yu was great.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like Yu Yu was one of those like today it's kind of forgotten about, but it was a really good series.
Yeah, it created a lot of the like tropes that's used a lot in like shonen stuff. And the dude who's the author of both of those series is married to the chick who wrote Sailor Moon.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And then
Yeah.
he also did something else outside of Yu Yu that was more popular than Yu Yu. I forget though.
besides Hunter x Hunter, I know those are just two big ones.
Oh,
but
was it Hunter
yeah.
x Hunter?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Hunter x
has.
Hunter
So
and-
his whole thing is he has like cancer, and so he's like
Yeah.
he's been saying that like, oh yeah, there's another installment of Hunter x Hunter coming, but like it hasn't come, so like people just don't believe it will.
Well, there's also some rumors that like he might ask his wife to try to finish it, but like I feel like that's too much pressure to put on somebody you care about, even if they are in the same like field.
Yo, Sailor Moon was fire. though.
Yeah. I don't think that people give Sailor Moon as much respect as it does.
Oh no, Sailor Moon was badass, dude.
Just about anything that came on Tsunami was my jam.
Yeah, right. You know, was it Cowboy Bebop,
Cowboy Bebop was dope.
Gundam. What else was on?
I feel like the
Uh,
reason why Cowboy Bebop was dope though is because all like it was anime, but like with a Western hook.
Yeah.
So like it
And then-
resonated with like Western people better or more.
yeah.
Like Cowboy
I mean,
Bebop.
Yeah.
If any of you guys have seen Samurai Champloo, that guy basically was like, all right, I'm gonna take like the samurai era and mix it with hip hop because Cowboy Bebop was like sci-fi but with jazz.
Yeah, I sort of see Bark Forces like Cowboy Bebop esque.
That would be
Yeah,
pretty cool. I dig that.
Pretty
It's
dope.
Samurai Champloo's up there with Cowboy Bebop for me.
for sure, man. Like it just had so much style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was just it was modern and retro at the same time, right? It was like a modern concept in a retro style.
Yeah.
You see Toonami, or I guess Cartoon Network, or not a Cartoon? Is it Cartoon Network? Cartoon
Yeah, it was
Network
on
or
Cartoon
Toonami.
Network.
They've been putting investments in like new anime. So like one that's happening right now is called Ninja Kamui. It's just like a total revenge show, which is actually pretty dope. And then the guy who did Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo is coming out with a new
Didn't
series.
Sony
Nice.
didn't
Yeah,
Sony
Lazarus
just
or
buy
something.
Crunchyroll?
Oh, did they?
Yeah. They've been spending like a lot of time trying to convince people that anime is a bit like huge. Which it is,
Yeah.
but like in Western culture it's still not. Like Eastern and Western cultures are so vastly different.
I mean, there's definitely been a growing market for a while. Like when the new One Piece came out, the live action, I think Crunchyroll got in trouble for like selling customer data because there's a lot of interest in like buying like that data of like who's watching the anime because it did so well too.
Yeah, there's a huge like Eastern cultural influence happening like this day and age, like K-pop, anime, right? There's a lot of that, but it's still not the like more dominant thing. And what I was talking about more so was like in terms of video games and stuff like that. Like gaming as a culture has been a thing in Eastern places for a long time, right? And so, but they don't have as much access to gaming. So like mobile gaming is like vastly dominant over there versus like in America it's not the same, right? And so like peaceful games like farm simulators and stuff like that are huge, in Eastern cultures, cute games, right? Not in America. It's just like there's a very, or not in the West, like there's a very stark contrast between the two. The West is fascinated with guns, violence, sex, alcohol, drugs.
Yeah, I'm
It's
obsessed with
true.
all those things.
Just obsessed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with every single one of those things. I like it a lot.
I've been scrolling through the old Toonami lineup and just like having so much nostalgia right now.
Yeah, this song's hitting hard. Was it like a big what else was on there? Outlaws
Gundam
Star.
Wing.
Gundam was on
was
there.
on
Gundam was dope.
yeah.
I had heard
Let's
there's a different Gundam that's like I guess they're bringing back for like a 25-year anniversary thing.
Well,
G
nice.
Gundam, I think.
Gundam's funny too, because like Gundam and Transformers, there's a direct comparison between the two. One hits really hard with the Eastern culture, and one hits really hard with the Western. Or that used to be the case. Now they're kind of intermingled.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Transformers 1 movie?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. It's alright. Before
They're
they were
animated. They're going back to
Megatron
animated.
and Optimus. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like the origin story of how they became what they are. But I thought it was funny. It has like a good cast, man. It has Tyree Gibson as playing fucking Megatron.
Oh, Tyrese is there. Nice, Tyrese. He's always the comedy relief in the Fast and Furious movies.
No, sorry, Brian Tyree. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Wrong Tyree. Brian Tyree Henry. He's also a funny dude too. But
Oh,
he's the guy that plays the paper boy in Atlanta.
Nice.
Scarlett Johansson's in it. John Hamm, Keegan Michael Key.
Yeah, this all sounds pretty great.
The only
Keegan
thing I disagree with is Chris Hemsworth as Optimus Prime.
Oh, they don't have the actual dude, the guy who's been doing his voice forever.
No, they're not using him because they're trying to make it like they're trying to make it this is not trying to be part of that. This is like a reboot as an animated series, and they're trying to make it funny and lighthearted and aimed towards kids.
I mean, speaking of a reboot or just like they're making the next Ninja Turtle movie. Like, I think they are gonna have a sequel to the one that just came out, the Mutant Mayhem.
But you're
But
talking
they're
about
doing
Ronin, right?
The last Ronin storyline, yeah.
There was a trailer for it, like a sneak for it not too long ago, but it looks dope. For those that don't know, The Last Ronin, it's the R-rated, like, adult story of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I don't want to ruin it for anyone, but like everyone's dead except for one turtle.
Whoa. Spoilers.
Yeah.
It starts off that way, so like you're
I'm just-
fine.
A ton of the story is just trying to figure out like who the last turtle is, what happened.
Right, exactly. Like the story is trying to figure out who it is.
Because
I'm
the
sure
last,
me and Robot Lim know, but
the last turtle uses all the weapons of all the Ninja Turtles.
Mhm.
So you're just like, who the heck is he?
It's gotta be Raphael.
I mean,
I'm not gonna ruin it
he's
for you.
a survivor for sure.
Yeah,
He's always been my favorite.
Raphael.
I was
Yeah,
like,
Just because he has
Donatello.
art.
Donatello, I like how they like. So in the '90s, I didn't like Donatello as much. I thought he was a cool character, but I thought they like just did him dirty, just like so nerdy. But like in the recent one, they actually kind of made him, because nerdy is cool now. They made him like the cool character, and I like this version of Donatello way more.
I like all versions of Donatello.
Mikey was my
Dude.
favorite in all.
Like, he's like pizza.
He just likes
I feel like
fucking.
I
He
He's
just
a
likes
cartoon.
goofing around.
I feel like I don't have a favorite. Like with Ninja Turtles, the thing that comes to mind is the cartoon that would come on Saturday mornings back in the day. Just that pizza
Mhm.
whenever they grab a slice.
Oh, dude,
Dude.
so stringy.
The
Like, so
the
good.
turtle mobile.
Yeah.
Do you remember that toy? Like the turtle mobile? They shot like pizzas out the top.
Oh yeah.
I always remember that.
So
April O'Neil.
April O'Neil was dope. I love April O'Neil. I didn't like I like the actress that plays April O'Neil. I just didn't like the character design of the new April O'Neil. She just kind of felt like meh.
Or what, the movie that just came out? The
Yeah,
Mutant
the
Mayhem one?
newest movie. Yeah, Mutant Mayhem. She was fine. I liked the actress. I just felt like it was like putting her in high school was a little weird. I guess it's more. It makes more sense than her being a full ass grown adult.
Yeah, being
Hanging
a
around
with
teenagers.
it was
teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
So
Yeah.
do you guys know the weapon theory?
The weapon theory of like
Why they
they're
have
chosen
their
for the-
weapons?
I mean, I've heard the one where like each one was like a lesson for each of the turtles and their personality or temperament.
Yeah, that's what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
So like, does anyone else know about that or no?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Raphael is the most hot-headed, right, and violent of the turtles. He wields the sais, a traditionally defensive weapon used in peacekeeping. This is to teach him patience and discipline, right? If he was given a sword, the theory there is like if he was given a sword or any other like weapon that could cause serious damage and wasn't for defensive nature, that he would lose control, right? Michelangelo is the most scatterbrained and playful of the turtles. He wields the nunchuck, a weapon infamous for its complexity and ease of injuring the user. This is to teach him to focus and not take combat lightly. Donatello is the most intelligent and tech-savvy of the turtles. He wields a bow, a simple wooden staff. This is to teach him creativity and making do with what he has.
Nice. I like that.
Leonardo is the ethical and heroic, is the most ethical and heroic of the turtles. He wields the katanas, the only bladed weapon of the four and the most lethal by default. This is to teach him that ultimately, despite his ideals, he may be forced to take lives to protect people and must never fight battles needlessly.
Yeah, I don't know how much of like the stuff was thought of like at the inception of the creation of
You're
like these
retconning, though.
characters. But no, well, that's what I'm saying is like I really like how much lore and thought has gone into like their whole history or stuff like after the fact when like people have done comic runs or movies and stuff. It's like that's pretty sick. They made sense.
Yeah,
Dang,
you guys
man.
are crushing this act as a goof.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Stag, for not knowing the character at all, like you really got a good vibe here of what the character feels like.
This
Yeah, that's pretty
kinda-
cool to me.
it kind of
Yeah.
reminds me of the sand guy from Naruto.
Oh,
yeah.
Gaara. Yeah,
He's
I
just
see
missing the thing in the back. Little
it.
keg.
Sick. Oh, speaking of Naruto, I saw the sickest tattoo of Rock Lee. He's like one of my favorite characters. He's like the Bruce Lee looking dude who just he can't do any ninjutsu, only like taijutsu, which is just like fighting. And the tattoo is of him fighting, but the face is Randy Marsh saying, "I didn't hear no bell."
That's so
Right.
good.
So
You're
good.
no bail.
So let's do Aku. I'm being antsy for Aku.
Okay, I just gave you a layer.
Heck yeah.
Hey, good suggestion, man. That's a fun character.
Thanks. Yeah, the lines
I'm
are
super
cool.
glad.
It's gonna be like that.
It go
Uno
like that.
momento.
Uno momento, por favor.
Or favor.
More favor.
More flavor?
More flavor?
More flavor.
The booty has more flavor.
Yeah.
I was using it in a sentence. Did I do it correctly?
What about your
What do you-
booty?
It has more flavor.
I mean, if you be tasting ass like that, that's what's up. Good judgment. And I really do love the character design in the Samurai Jack. It's just so freaking simple, but so
I was gonna
effective.
say I don't know how to simplify this down. This is gonna be
I
interesting.
got you. watch it, bro.
Oh, I should just sit here and wait. Let's go.
No. I mean, you probably got the colors down. Because I'm probably gonna need you to simplify some of this stuff too. Yeah, exactly. You know what you're doing. Like I'm trying to think of some like the animation stuff I've seen recently where like it's simplified, but it's still like impressive, like in action. Like the new X-Men isn't necessarily like simplified at all. They just stayed super true to the show. Dude,
Talking
that song
about
fucking
X-Men
hits
97.
all the time.
So
That's,
good.
I haven't watched it. All I heard is that episode 5 like breaks people.
Oh, dude, you should watch it. It's the only thing I can think about right now. It's all I've been thinking about the whole time we've been drawing.
I heard they made Gambit much more flamboyant.
Oh, dude, he's straight up in a crop top in one episode.
That's funny.
that was like 90s. Like that's what they were
Yeah.
wearing in White Men Can't Jump and stuff. Like
White boys can't jump. I mean, it's true.
oh, they can. I've seen them.
I don't know if we're going like pure black on all this or what.
Nah, I mean we could. I don't know. Don't matter.
I mean, let's start there.
Cool.
I don't know what you guys are doing right now. Oh, I
Dude,
know.
are
What
you
you're,
seen-
Kabuko from Samurai Jack, huh?
Kabuka.
Or whatever. his name
I
is,
love that.
Kabuki?
I love
What is his
that.
name?
No, there's like as a good guess of the name, like that's actually pretty funny. I like it.
Kabuka.
Like
sounds
if it like instead of Samurai Jack, you could have guessed like Samurayo or something like
cool.
Samaraya. Samurai Steve.
Gotta hang out with Samurai Steve.
Bro, you doing blackface?
Oops.
Oops.
The oops was for something else. That was just poor timing.
Whoops.
Oops. Let you do your thing.
I'm gonna hand this over to you and you can do whatever you want. I feel like this one's just gonna be pretty graphic.
Gotta hand
For
it
sure.
to him. How do you hand something
Yeah.
that's digital, man? Weird.
Gentle care.
Yeah, we've been working
That's
digitally for a
epic.
while together. Yeah. We can finish.
Make some mac and cheese, man.
Yo, save me
Ooh.
some.
Extra
The mac
Extra
and the
cheese.
cheesy.
Deluxe.
It's on the
Velveeta.
way. Nah, man, I'm from scratch. Gonna bake it. It'll be good stuff.
Oh, this guy. Fucking marriage material.
You'll have to fight my wife, I think.
Oh damn! I bet I'd lose that fight too,
I'll fight her.
bro.
Just throw himself in the ring.
jumping at the
Let's
chance
go.
to beat women up.
I don't discriminate.
That looks like a fight I can win. Let's go.
I don't know if you want that kind of heat though, Gub.
I don't know if she wants this kind of heat.
Gub's like, I've been a member of the He-Man Woman Haters Club for like 20 years. You make me vomit. Like
You got a little like just like sprout of hair sticking up in the middle of your head there.
Yeah. You make me vomit.
Dude, My favorite line from that movie that I still quote is when the clubhouse catches fire, they're like, "What's the number for 911?"
Oh, dude.
dude.
Yeah. I was hoping that you were gonna say that one. That was the best. I got a dollar. I got a dollar. I got a dollar. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, shoot. My bad.
Sir, you do not have any dollars. I do not have any dollars. We have no dollars. We have no monies.
We have a dollar bill, Shaw.
Gotta shake your booty to get those dollars.
Yeah. You know, on
You
the
know how
streets.
good I am at that.
My corner's been pretty hot on the
mean,
block
you're-
lately.
You're Stag Daddy for a reason, right?
Yes, I am your father.
Hello, Papa.
I keep trying to find a snacky that I want to buy. I have the one, but I don't know.
The
like,
one.
I have one. Yeah, I got a Bagman, which is I did it for the culture. But now I'm like looking to see if there's
Say
like
a
a
bag man?
Bagman. It's a bag over the head.
Bag man.
Nice.
Mm.
But like, I feel like I don't know. There's some cool ones. I'm looking for. I don't know. There's not.
You're looking for the one. I got you.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for.
Sounds like the majority of people out there.
It is.
Sound like me trying to find some fun cheese to throw into this mac and cheese as I look in my fridge. Don't know what I'm looking for.
Gouda.
I do have some smoked Gouda.
Dick
Sounds
cheese.
Gouda
You
to
got
me.
Dick cheese.
Do I have what cheese?
Dick cheese.
Nah.
Yeah.
I got some of D's.
These nuts.
That's right.
But I don't think these
Oh,
nuts go
Boys are
well.
so clever.
Oh, you've had them before, have you?
in mac and cheese.
Little too crunchy.
You're familiar with these nuts, aren't you?
Yo,
Let's
Gub,
see.
if you were in a room with 100 dicks, how many would you choke on?
What are we talking about? Are we talking about like
Mom
dicks,
spaghetti.
like the little like Smoky Mountains? Are we
No,
talking
man.
about penises?
You're in a room with 100 dick penises. How many are you going to choke on?
None. I don't put penises in my mouth.
So you're a professional then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good to know.
Good
Good
to
to
know.
know.
Do we have a professional in the house? Quick, up. You need your expert opinion.
That's pretty opinion. Hey, there's a Bagman. Where is this? That's a 311. Not bad.
Feel free to add any details or whatever you want in there, boo.
I like that you're cutting away because I was gonna say like the solid shapes in the face are working out real well.
You got this thing
Real
with.
well.
Oh, we got Mythical on the stage now.
What's up, Mythical?
We're
drawing demons.
Bro, Samurai Jack style, huh? Look at this guy.
Yes, sir.
Yo, you are a cultured man, I see.
Oh my dude, I grew up watching the Cartoon Network. What
Hey
happened?
man,
How did they let
we
that
know
business
this.
explode? Oh,
Those-
you
those
were
are-
talking about X-Men '97?
Oh, you been watching? You been
Do you?
watching?
I watched like 3 episodes the other night.
Pretty good,
You
right?
catching up, huh? Halfway
Uh,
through.
Yeah, what? It's only 7 episodes?
6 episodes out right now.
So here's the thing. I went to go watch it, and Veronica was like, "But like we haven't watched the original series in so long." I'm like, "God damn it!" Now I have to watch the whole original 97 to watch the new episodes of the 97.
That's not true. There's a recap video on YouTube. In 36 minutes, you can catch up on everything.
No. But Veronica does not like that. She wants to rewatch the whole thing.
I see.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Gotcha. Ah, that
Get
does sound like a
married, they
problem.
said. You'll have fun, they said.
Hey, at least that's several hours being killed right there. You know.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like you're busy enough, dog. That sounds good. I feel it though. How you liking the 97 so far though? Is it hitting all the little stuff for you, or is it not? Wasn't your generation?
No. So it's very interesting because I'm kind of an art snob, right? And like I'm just like checking out the line work and like at first I was a little confused. I didn't know it was like a total remake. I thought it was like a remaster. And I'm like, man, like what the fuck? Like this line work is like too vector. It's too sharp. It's like it's
Yeah. I
which
had
is
that same
fine.
thought,
It's
man.
I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying like I thought it was just like a remaster, and they just like did some color touch up. But like even the continuity was different, and I thought it was pretty good. Like I mean, it wasn't childish. Like I think it was kind of like semi-mature. Correct me if I'm wrong here. So it had that kind of appeal to it. So I was like, man, this is not bad, and it's like kind of ironic because I feel like a lot of cartoons these days have they've been lacking in substance and quality. Because everything is all about making it for as cheap as possible because the animation's so expensive. And I was like, it actually, they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, they really went out of their way to try to stay true to like the source material. Which
Well, I don't know if that was
I
damage
feel it.
control or whatnot. They're like, we got to stop pumping out IPs that are a fucking shit show.
Yeah. I bet you they definitely had to like pump the brakes a bit and be like, yeah, we can't just be putting out stuff just to put stuff out.
Somebody said, hey, how about we actually put out good stuff? And they're like, what? What the hell is that? What do you mean? We haven't been doing
Quality
that.
control. How are we gonna make money by putting things out slower? That doesn't make any sense.
I keep saying, bring back the cocaine because these people don't got it, man. They don't got it.
Well,
Like,
the problem.
dude, that's what I've been saying.
I feel like they have it. It's just the problem is that like they started doing this thing where they were improving shows and improving content without like program directors, right? And so like a program director will like work with the greater like Kevin Feige and like everyone that's there to kind of align the things that they're saying. But a lot of the original shows that they put on Disney Plus had no show director, so they just felt completely like disconnected. In a lot of the movies too, even though they had directors, they didn't have a program director overseeing it. So, or at least that's the excuse that they used for why that happened.
I mean, it just seems like that couldn't be well, the amount of money to have no oversight and control seems a little.
Kind of sus.
No. It's not that there's no oversight or control. It's just, think about it this: when things get larger and they scale, it becomes a lot harder to control every aspect, right? So you have to trust and delegate. The problem is they cut out the people that were tying all the macro elements together to allow the individual creatives to cook. But the individual creatives did whatever the fuck they want. So, like, for example, Star Wars, right? The episode 8, right? The one that what's his name, Ryan Johnson, did. He basically did whatever the fuck he wanted. He was like, "Here's a script." They told him like, "Here's the macro events." He's like, "I'm not doing that," and just did whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't continue a conversation about Star Wars because usually brings out the bad side of me. So I'll just
a
Sometimes you gotta flip it on
beloved entity that died for you.
I'll be real honest. I'm a pretty big fan of like the side shows that they've been doing. You know what I'm
Dude,
saying? Like all the
Mandalorian is
stuff.
the shit.
Mandalorian.
Well,
It's
all the
awesome.
different ones. you know, like Rogue One and all the other, you know, side stories they've been doing. I think that
Sure, the non-Luke Skywalker ones, the
yeah,
non-Skywalker ones.
yeah. Yeah, so you know, all this kind of like lore-based, universe lore-based stuff. I think they did a really good job, and I just don't understand why something
watch
with
this next.
less oversight did better. I don't know, but you know, I don't want to get into it too much because
What are your thoughts on the game that's coming out where it's $70, but they have two different tiers above that they've actually locked like content and quests behind. Like it's like $130 for the full
Wait, that's
actual game.
Outlaw one?
Yeah, that's Star Wars, right?
Yeah, the Star Wars Outlaw. They actually are blocking content behind a tier of the game.
Okay, well, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you gotta get like
What?
super ultra
It's like-
deluxe edition.
Yeah. So the problem is that like games are very expensive to make at a AAA quality, and so like the $50 box price is not a model that works. The reason why WoW was able to like sustain its dominance for so long was because not only did it have a box price, it also had the $15 a month charge, and that allowed them to like sustain a team that could actually do that. So like it's a hard topic because like yeah, like we don't want games to be more expensive, and we absolutely don't want like shitty what's it called, economics, right, or monetization.
Well,
But
what
at the same
about
time-
what about Baldur's Gate?
What
It
about
literally
it?
swept all the Game of the Year awards. Like that was AAA quality. Like
Sure, but how many players are
just, like,
actually playing Baldur's Gate today?
Or they're not there anymore.
I would assume it's still 5 figures easily, like for a single player game. That's
So
pretty good.
it's averaging, so like it peaked at 875,000 players, and it's been on decline ever since, and now it's at a sub 70,000 players.
Sub 70,000.
Yeah,
But you know,
that's
is it above 50,000 right now? Like as we speak, or did you just?
yeah. No, it's above 50,000 right now. I'm not saying that that's not the case, but like think of it this way: Baldur's Gate is not an expansive game. It's not a game as a service. So like they made a game with a box title, and once that game was done, they're responsible for like updates and stuff like that. But for the most part, they're not adding like completely new content sets to it, right? That's why it's enumerated.
Right.
That's why it's
Elden
Baldur's Gate
Ring is-
3.
Elden Ring
So,
is
like,
fun.
But like that's what I'm saying though, is people played it, like a bunch of people played it for about 3 months, and then it just fell off.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is that the gaming community at large would be much more happy if there was.
Did you cut out Pibblethip?
Oh no.
Well, so what the game community is like a couple things, right? Like it's they need. You back, buddy?
Yeah, I want to have this conversation, but my wife just called. I gotta give her a call
Gotcha.
back. Yeah, so I'll hop back in a few minutes, probably.
Please.
Give you time to load some more ammo, Gub. He gave you a chance.
Oh yeah, Mo. It's just the game industry is really hard right now. That's why there's been 10,000 layoffs this year so far. All of last year, the entire year, there was 10,000. Like at this point in the game industry this year, there's already over 10,000.
Yeah,
So
it's rough.
it's hard because there's smaller studios doing more with less, right? Like Helldivers and Pal World, for example, right? Like they got the same type of response and bump and like traction as what Baldur's Gate did, but they had a significantly less team, a significantly smaller team with less capital invested. So so like VCs look at that and like, well, I'm not going to spend $100 million if a team's able to do this on 10 with some AI assistance.
Yeah, AS. AS pretty cool.
fuck AI.
Yeah.
AI needs to be thought of as like an additive and not like an accelerator, right? It's like your stim pack. It's not like the core, and that's what I think that like a lot of people who say fuck AI are like. It's that aspect of it. It's like replacing art, replacing like talent or people for like generated things. But I think that there's a world in which AI like allows for the big entities in Hollywood, like how everything's kind of controlled by a couple key players and stuff like that, or the music industry or anything like that, allows for those constructs to start getting broken down a bit more, because people can do what they're doing on a smaller scale, cheaper and more nimbly with AI than without it.
Nimbly. I like that.
Nimbly.
Yeah, I mean, as speaking of, I mean, like as like from a creative point of view too, like the stuff that I'm either not good at or don't have enough time to invest in like getting good at, like that's where I can see
Yeah, supplemental
AI
talent.
working for me, and then also like giving me a chance to like either compete or like release stuff like I was a bigger like studio or something, you know. Just really bridging that gap if I don't have the resources to like hire a bunch of voice actors or, you know, didn't go to school for like video editing and stuff.
Holy shit.
Samurai
Sorry, I saw.
Samurai cat.
I see that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yo, I'll be right back in 1 second. I'm gonna hand over
One.
Samurai Cat to you. I'll be right back.
Has anyone seen those pictures of Jennifer Lawrence in her yellow dress?
No,
At
but
54
it sounds
years
like
old.
you're a gossip. Just a
What?
gossip. Such a gossip. Good.
No, I'm saying she looks fucking insane for 54 years old.
Jennifer Lawrence? Is 54 years old?
Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, Lopez. Okay. Yeah. They bathe in the blood of virgins, I think.
I sent it to our group chat. You can see it later.
Uh-oh.
Bro,
God damn.
did chemical prices go up? Like, what the hell's going on?
For what?
Shh. I'm looking at buying like a quantity of alcohol, like IPA, and they want
Mhm.
$41 for what is this, 180 ounces? Like, what the fuck, dude? 192 ounces of alcohol for $40. Like, bro, you guys are fucking tripping.
Is that with like a ton of sales tax and stuff too?
No, it's just. And then I'm looking at some freaking some Smooth On products. It's like liquid urethane.
Mhm.
Like, dude, the prices are like cooking, bro. What the fuck, man?
Man,
I
I
need
just
to order
realized
supplies.
I have not been posting these in chat as we go. A terrible person.
Post revolution, man.
Terrible, indeed. You should be fired.
I mean, I'm basically.
Yeah, I wonder about these chemical prices and like what's the bigger story? Like why are these things just
Probably because the
getting
price of energy is going up, and obviously when the oil market goes up, and all these derivative of oil products also go up. Plastics,
just a
all that
big old
shit.
ripple?
Yeah. I'm running out of some sort of supplies. I'm also like, you know those like pine boxes that you can buy at like Michael's or some like arts craft stores?
Hmm.
I want to buy one on Amazon. I'm kind of curious to see how that's gonna look if I try to paint it.
Oh, DIY it?
So this I've been wanting to make like custom packaging for my like one-off figurines.
Ooh.
But like I'm always afraid that it's gonna get damaged in shipping.
Mhm.
So I'm still trying to find the best solution. But like I really think it would be cool to have like a pine wood box and like you open it up and then you have like this basically handmade figurine in there.
That
Yeah, it
sounds
just
kinda
depends on like the type of product you want to produce. If you want to produce a very curated like artisanal type of figurine, then it makes sense to have like artisanal boxing and stuff like that. But I think there's
Yeah.
a world in which, like, especially with Blind Box, right? Because I believe Hollow Box is kind of similar to Blind Box.
So
Maybe?
our first collection that we worked on, we did that. I ordered the packaging. The only thing I didn't do was like thermoform trays because it was just going to cost too much. But I mean, that was also done like on a small volume. We did like 24 units and sold out of that.
Right.
But like, I don't know. It's hard to do a whole lot if you're not going to like at least move like 100 units to
Well, that
really
so
like amortize the cost.
that's what I'm saying is that like I've seen 3D printers that have like these little dragon eggs that have like dragon toys on the inside, right? That've been selling on TikTok direct to consumer.
Oh
So
yeah, I know
it's-
what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna like. We have presence on that stuff, and it's one of those things of like there's a model there. Like if you wanted to scale your efforts and also reach like a broader audience, there's a model.
Yeah,
there to do
I know
that.
exactly what you're talking about. The problem with that is that they've sold it as a business startup solution, and now you have people that basically create these STL files for people and tell them that they can sell them on Etsy.
Oh yeah,
even,
yeah.
even though they're the primary account that has the millions of downloads, and now they're just like onboarding people into buying their digital assets to try to compete with them. But they've already saturated the market, and they're already first
I
to
think-
market. So it's like,
Yeah. I'm not talking. That's what I'm saying is like using the same things are not the right way to go. But like when you have unique IP that you can develop and access, that's different.
But like there's this girl that does a lot of these dragons. Like she designs them
Mhm.
themselves. Like I was kind of talking to her at one point on TikTok. She must be fucking killing it, dude. People probably like doing the monthly subscriptions to what's it called? What am I thinking here? The artist supporting crowdfund platform, whatever the hell it's called.
Kickstarter or
Indiegogo, something like that.
Huh?
Kickstarter or Indiegogo or something.
No, what's the other one where you do like a monthly subscription and then they give you like
Oh,
stuff every-
Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I'm like, I mean, if you can like capture that niche, I mean, it's like fucking genius. It's printing money. All she has to do is chill and every month pump out just one model, and then all these freaking simps are just gonna buy it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody with their little Ender 3 printer at home is gonna buy it and sub in for whatever the hell it is, $15 a month. Get 50 people to sub at that rate, and you don't have to work.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty well that is like a option to supplement yourself too. Like, I mean, I can't get too mad at it because I know like it takes a lot to like try to garner all of that attention and audience and stuff too.
To even start it, right? To get that actual momentum where it starts
Totally,
to
yeah.
function.
But I feel you, man. Yeah, if you can get it, like, oh man, it's really nice, and it really does feel like you can have a good pace because you have a dedicated like fan base and stuff to all your art.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried to like farm on TikTok and build an account. I did it
Mhm.
once, but it's like a lot of the people that interact with you on that platform for me is just a little weird. Like there's a lot of underage people, and it just it's just like when
Yeah,
you just
makes
like
you feel
don't feel
iffy.
comfortable.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is not the
Dude.
demographic that I'm going after. I don't like it.
I mean, it's just funny getting older in general. I just feel like less and less in touch. like even getting my haircut today, I was like looking up stuff. I'm like, when the fuck did like Jerry curls come back, or like the freaking like a Caesar cut in the front with like a mullet in the back. Like, what? What's going on here? These are cool again.
All right. What should we do as a last one? I think we're.
I mean, I like the Ace Ventura. Ooh,
We've done villains so far. Let's do like fucking zany characters next
zany.
week or something.
Okay. So, dude, you're gonna get your Ace Ventura next week. I think I really like Ganondorf. Like, I think
Oof, that would be
it's
pretty
fucking
dope.
cool.
Okay, let's go back through our stuff here real quick. So I can also share a couple of these out.
I mean, I know the Aku doesn't look much like a goof, but I think I just wanted an excuse to jog Aku.
Yeah, 100%, man. He looks like a goof to me.
He was a pretty goofy character in the show. The textures, bro, that you put on the fire in the back. Oh boy.
Yeah, dude. Channeling my inner Gendy Tartakovsky.
Jeez.
You can see all
Yeah,
the
maybe he
breakdown
hasn't
now.
checked out his other show, Primal. So good.
That was pretty great. Alright, who else we got on here? This is Akaza.
Akaza the Fist.
Is that what they call him? The Fist?
No, but I mean, he fights with his he does fight using like his arms and legs. Like, he doesn't have like a weapon at all. Cool. Appreciate you.
Man, I dropped his eyes all the way down. By accident. It's like the
I
one
appreciate
thing
you,
about this
Stag.
program is reorganizing these layers is such a pain.
Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, like, Stag's using a mouse and keyboard and stuff, and so I don't have to do any of that stuff because I'm on an iPad. But you can right click and everything on
we
layers,
got-
right?
ooh. Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Last week we were giving these out to people who minted a goof. Are we still doing that? Is that a thing?
But we really should.
Did
I mean,
you mint a goof
he's a freaking
during the
queen.
stream?
I don't know. I didn't get anything for the 8 that I minted last time. That's all I'm
Man,
gonna
that
say.
sounds really unlucky, bro.
It
Yeah.
sounds purposeful.
You definitely shouldn't go on the slots or the roulette.
Yeah,
No,
I
it
think
sounds
that was
purposeful.
just poor luck, to be honest.
Luck.
Yeah.
R and Jesus wasn't looking down at you.
How many did Ada Shark get last week?
He got
54.
2, but he minted like 4, so his odds were not bad, you know?
Oh, so his odds were bad.
I mean,
Uh,
numbers are
You were-
numbers, bro. I don't know what
Gub,
to tell you.
You work in games, right? Right, Gub?
Yeah,
You work in games. You know how odds work.
nah, I know that there's bad luck prevention.
so that's what this
Just
is.
glad these aren't the Hunger Games.
Bad luck prevention.
Something like that.
All right. It's 4:36, so we've been pretty on schedule here, man. Like, I don't
Yeah,
even
not
think
even
we
trying.
try anymore.
No,
we
no,
just
it's
know how much time
it's a
we have.
biological clock.
Right?
Like, we've thoroughly. This hits quality. All right, Ganon.
Yeah,
Wait,
let me-
what's the difference
I got
between
it right
Ganon and Ganondorf? I don't get it.
here. Ganon is more of a pig. Ganondorf is more of a human. I don't know. I'm guessing here.
Okay.
If anyone knows the difference between Ganon and Ganondorf, put it in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Is there a particular one that you like more than the other as far as design goes? I'm just like looking. There's like versions of him from
Why
Twilight
don't
Princess.
we do Ganondoof and make him our own?
Oh, I love that. I love that. Oh man.
But are
Okay.
you actually asking because you don't know the difference between the two, or
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
question.
Oh, it's Ganon is Ganondorf is the human form. Ganon is his beast form. So like when he transforms
Ganon?
into so Ganon is
Oh.
used to refer to his beast form. Ganondorf is his human Gerudo form.
Garuda form. Okay.
So which one should we do?
I guess.
I still
Ganon
like
is-
Ganondoof if we just make him kind of a dork.
Yeah, Ganon.
Yeah,
is
I do like that.
probably the more appropriate one.
Which one?
Ganondorf.
Ganondoof. All right, Ganondoof it is. Looking up a couple of references. How are we
This
gonna
is
make
great.
it doofy?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Hold up.
By making him a doof. Duh. As I gotta go. To
My
You
wife.
guys can watch all
not
of
my
the
wife,
old
but
X-Men.
just a meeting after a meeting. So I will talk
Alright,
to y'all
You
later.
gotta watch all of the old
Congrats.
X-Men. All right, later, man. And give him some like real chicklet looking teeth. He's gonna look mighty British.
Are we still? He has like a man bun, right? Yeah, I'm giving him a man bun for sure.
Yeah. Please give him anything that seems doofy. I want this chin strap to be pretty tough. Like I'm already kind of the way I'm drawing him. He already looks a little bit like Amish.
Man, that is a
Mhm.
fat man bun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got
Yeah, we're
fucking.
all
Oh yeah,
good.
there we go. I see it. There's a beard. Yeah, you got it. No. Don't delete. Don't delete.
No, it's not
Don't
delete.
delete. Yeah. Undo. Or redo. He saw the vision and he was like, I'm on board.
The vision's still there.
Big is
I'm
better.
wondering if we could do. Yeah, because I know he has like a crest on his head, but
Oh yeah, like a forehead medallion, right?
yeah, I'm not gonna run it into his ears a little bit.
Art question: do you guys ever use like blocking out as a way to do stuff, or you just go always straight just into line work and just skip any kind of
So-
pose, kind of silhouette construction? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we use. So this is mostly based on like the process we're mostly doing to create the assets themselves. Robot Lim ends up doing most of the line work, and I end up doing most of the color work. So this is also kind of a showcase of a limited form of sort of the process that we use in the set.
Well, more for like a more refined piece that you guys are sitting down and doing. Do you guys ever do like blocking just to kind of play with the perception of the shape on the canvas, like that negative and
Oh,
positive space and kind of
100%, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so Goofs is based off of like a model that we've created, right? So we even keep the model down here just to kind of keep
Yeah,
it,
I
keep
guess-
it
like-
loosely in what's it called, on model, but I'd say in general, just drawing, like blocking out
Yeah, I was gonna say
trying to find big shapes in composition first, stuff like that.
That's definitely I've seen like that because like this one is kind of unfair because like we've been using the model and it's already kind of blocked out, so we know like the spacing that we have to work with, which is it's cool, especially for like these art nights and stuff. When we're just like, what can we put on this person or use this as like the starting point. But if we were doing like a fresh piece or what I've seen Stag do in the backgrounds, is he totally drops in colors to like flesh out like a shape of stuff and then fills in the detail. I definitely attack some of that stuff like with like sketching. I like to do line work first as opposed to like big blobs of value. I don't know, Stag. Like when you do like a piece that's like just like let's just say we're like, oh, let's both of us do like a warrior or something. Like, do you usually go for like the shapes
I
and
almost
stuff?
always start with line work.
Yeah, yeah. I
think
definitely feel the same way.
that comes from like I mean I'm not really a painter. I mean I am, but I'm mostly like a drawer and illustrator, you know. But I've been doing so much color work on Goofs that this just kind of feels more natural right now, especially for our process. Like even mythical, like on this stuff, like you've probably heard me a bunch of times, like, yo, I'm gonna pass this layer over to you. I'm kind of just blocking out loose shapes and stuff to pass over to him so I can start on color. But definitely for like my own personal pieces, like I'll draw a bunch of like thumbnails first to really rough out like composition. And I come from comics, so like even just a pure black and white pass to do like basic composition with like really heavy blacks and whites tends to be the way that works best for me. And then
to make sure it looks good before you add color, that way you know that it's actually good.
100%.
Like you're not using color as a crutch to make it pop. Like you know the composition's good.
Yeah, because if your composition and values are correct, then it almost doesn't matter what color you put on it; it's going to read. So I think those come first and foremost. But even still, like I don't know, I like the lines to be kind of the biggest draw, you know. I like to have them do the heavy lifting. Sorry, Robot Lynn.
Yeah. No. That I think that because that's really cool because like it's interesting how much we can work the same but also differently too. Because like I like using line work because I'm also not as strong with color. Like I'm working on it myself. I want to get better, but like for me, it makes sense to put all the line work like a skeleton and then flesh it out with color. But to also what Stag was saying too, like putting the values and stuff to make it read, like making it read, I think is always first because I've just been I've done too many drawings where it's like, all right, now it's color, and then everything gets muddy, and you're like, oh man, I can't even tell where like the mouth separates from this other thing from this other stuff, and so you start to realize too, like being able to check all that stuff off before you even get to color just makes things so much more like flow so much easier, less to worry about.
Totally, yeah.
Do you guys mostly just do raster based art, or are you also into vector based art?
I don't really do a whole lot of vector now.
I used to try to do Illustrator, and then I was like this big gap of like because even though it looks really great, especially for like logos and things that you could put on like a character, I've always been more like into like concept type of art. So like raster stuff just seems to work better, unless there's a program out there that you know of that like I could do sketchy or like fast stuff, and it just vectorizes it.
Fresco can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Really
They need to try that.
Yeah.
What can do that?
Adobe Fresco.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of it, but I haven't used it yet.
Same. Yeah, I'm not really sure.
That's because I kind of got my start in the apparel decorating business, and from that perspective, it was always using Illustrator for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Just because like we're digitizing logos or we're trying to create bold, sharp lines so that we can burn it into screens for silk screening and whatnot. So we really want that edge definition to be there, unless you're gonna do like simulated process and halftones to try to do a full color image or a simulated image,
right?
Based off the dot values and whatnot. But like now that I'm totally out of that business, I'd love just like fucking around in Photoshop. I'm just like, dude, I don't care if I don't have to cut it on a machine or print it on a machine. Like I can just paint.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
It's really burning.
like I said about like Illustrator, right? Like, or being an illustrator, not using Illustrator, is like I do prefer to like finish a piece and be done with it, and then be able to move on. So that's a little bit harder sometimes with programs that are vector based, because it feels like it needs to be perfect before you can finish it. Where like I don't know, sometimes I just like to sketch and draw and then figure it out.
Is it like there's too much digital refinement where you're so anal about your line detail? Because I feel like that's something that I kind of struggle
Honestly,
to
yeah,
away
I
from.
think that's something that just over time changes, because when I first started drawing digitally, like I swear to God, I would spend like an agonizing amount of time just on a single line, wanting it to be perfect, only to realize that like those lines were way more perfect than any line I'm drawing just freehand or whatever. Like I don't know, my hand's not that straight.
Yeah, like the daggers and everything. Like
So
it just needs to be perfect. The taper
yeah,
needs to be
so it ends
perfect.
up
The curl.
feeling like less it's just too fake, you know what I mean? So like
Well, it's like that
having
urban feel, right? So it's like very formulaic. It's not
Mhm.
very expressive of the individual artist and how you just ink naturally.
Yeah, I mean, if
And
you've
it's also
seen any
like
of
the
my digital
consistency.
pieces, it's a lot closer to my actual digital ink, or my actual like physical inking
Yeah.
than like digital work, because I just kind of let it flow. I'm gonna pass this guy over to you. I'm gonna start slapping
That's it.
colors here.
Slap
Turn
the
this off. This
bass.
guy's looking dope. Feel free to fix that crest too. I was kind of feeling a little cluttered up there, so maybe it doesn't even.
Oh yeah, for sure. Let's see. Yeah, I think there's like a consistency and like a vibe, like a feel that you kind of lose when you try to just overwork anything. Like I know that's a lesson I've learned a ton of times too. Just like they're getting caught in a detail before you even have the whole balance of the composition done, or just like over rendering one piece and then not having this like the stamina or the will to like want to finish it at the same level of detail the whole way through. That's always
this stuff is nice too, because like I literally don't zoom in. I don't zoom in when I do these art night pieces, which like I'm very tempted to zoom in on like finished refined pieces. So like this is a good kind of lesson in just like be fast and loose and accept kind of whatever's there, which just makes it really cool actually, because it feels a little bit more unique and sketchy, which I love. And it
there's a
allows
certain
us
amount of
to, like,
surprise.
move on, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the surprise I think is often like I'm super focused on this one area that I'm drawing or painting right now, and then I look up and here's this Goomba being squeezed to death. It's like, oh, hell yeah, that's funny, So it's like the details I'm not seeing, like while you're working in another area, and then I kind of look up and I'm like, oh yeah, I like this.
Yeah. I feel the same way with the color sometimes, man. Because I'm like, usually if I'm going to be responsible for the color, like I feel like I need to like look up like a color scheme maybe, or like some reference images that I want to kind of get the vibe for, and then I'm trying to either recreate it or like I'm really trying to manufacture like a mood of sorts. And so the fact that I can just be like focused on like the gesture, the expression, of the line work, and then see you like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna drop this, and I have the lighting figured out how I want it.
Like, what's really funny is it's like that for me, but like the opposite, right? Like
yeah.
I know that if I just kind of loosely block in a couple things, that like I don't have to like really worry about it. I just need like the general structure and like perspective in there. If that's good enough, I know that I'm just gonna pass it over. Like it's our kind of process here. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, cool.
Mhm.
Like I can. This is good enough to pass over. I don't have to worry too much about it. I got the shapes in there, and this guy's gonna come in and make it better while I start dropping some color and stuff in. So it's like it's the same but opposite, you know. Right, Theo?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Theo says his friends. No, you'll see your friends in a sec, dog. I promise. I promise you'll see your friends. You won't even know. I know, buddy. Yeah, I also learn a lot too just from seeing like how you approach your color because I'm like, oh damn, I didn't even think about doing it that way, or in that order, and it's just adding to my toolbox. Come on, buddy, chill.
Yeah, that's one thing that I struggle with really bad is coloring. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I just don't have like I'm not loose enough with like my confidence for identifying where light and shadow kind of take their form like up against like your base color. But I
Mhm.
don't know.
I mean, if
No, no,
you
I
want, I can kind of explain to you what I'm doing on this piece as I get there.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I
If
mean,
if it's
I wish I
helpful,
had.
so like,
It is because ironically, I don't know why I don't get it or don't get it well enough for like a 2D drawing, but I think I'm have a better grasp from a sculpting perspective of the form that's supposed to be there that then creates that shadow. If you follow what I'm saying.
yeah, for
Mhm.
sure.
So like I clearly get it when I'm sculpting, but like when it's just 2D art for some reason it's just something is not communicating in my brain what I'm supposed to be doing and
Yeah. So
really getting that highlight and shadow in.
and a lot of these, like these are cartoons, right? So a lot of these, but I'll explain to here. So I'm flatting this right now. I'll start getting into like some rendering here shortly. Actually, I can probably start it while he's finishing up that crest. Okay.
Did you guys all go to traditional like art school?
Not really. I studied business in college, and I double majored in art for a little bit. And the general sentiment from my professors were, "Hey, you're already doing the thing. You're networking. You're getting jobs, and your art's pretty good. Like you could take more classes, but I think you're already on the right track." And I was like, "Dope. I'm gonna graduate without it. Then I don't need it." So I took some classes, but in general, like I've just always drawn, and always kept learning, and was always inspired by stuff. So I think in the end, it was more so just like, all right, cool, just like keep getting better at stuff, keep networking, keep meeting people, and as you explore new things, you'll kind of you'll learn as you go. And YouTube. I mean, YouTube is
That's literally
a
that's what
huge
I was gonna say. Was that I went to school for art for sure,
YouTube
but at the same
university.
time, the majority of my learning was YouTube.
Dude, I've logged in so many hundreds, and I don't even say it like sarcastically when I say hundreds of hours to get to the point where I'm at right now for my 3D skills. It's been many years.
Bro, I got to give you props for 3D because like when I was going to school for it, we also did like 3D modeling stuff, and like there's just a procedure in 3D modeling of just like working smarter, not harder, where it's like I don't know why it's just I don't get the freedom that I do with drawing like this, that like my mind just doesn't work that way, or it's just more steps and like I don't have the temperament for it.
No, I could totally appreciate that. Like you want to do what your mind is telling you, but 3D doesn't work like that. I guess
Mhm.
it's. I mean,
You have
I
to
guess
build it up.
I mean, it's the same thing as like if you actually were like this is maybe not the most relevant, I guess, analogy, but if you're a stonemason, right, and you're working with stone, there's so many ways you could cut that stone, but it's all very mechanical in nature. Where if you're drawing, it's more organic and more of a relaxed environment.
I
if
follow
makes any
that.
sense.
Yeah, I totally follow that. 'Cause there's just some things that like when you do it when you're like, oh yeah, you should do it that way every time that you're trying to make that kind of shape or that piece, and it's just a matter of like all those things in your toolbox being
Well,
applied
that's the
to
big
make the
thing that you
final
said
piece.
right there is the toolbox, right? How do you?
Mhm.
It's not how do you do it; it's how do you do it, right? Because there's so many ways to do things in a 3D environment, but learning all the tool sets so that you can do it is usually, I think, the biggest challenge. You know, what is it called? Like, there's so many ways you can skin a cat, but until you can figure out how
Mhm.
you can do it, out of which way works for you, then you never really move forward.
It's interesting because you have that perspective, and there's a lot of that too in even just the traditional or 2D drawing too, right? Like I don't have to do it line work. Some people start off with the blocking, the colors first, and then they drop the value, and then they do like line work as like a final touch. Like for me, I either it's because I've done it this way forever, or like it just makes more sense for me to layer it this way. Like it, it's however you're like, I guess your preferences too, lets you like still understand the shapes and where the light should go. Like I can see Stag here, he has the light source coming from the top right, and so just working with Stag, like I know he's gonna put highlights on that side, shadows on the other side of the shapes.
Yeah, so here, let me break this down for you kind of as I'm doing it too. So, right, like light source coming from up there, right? Coming down this way, it's a little bit in front of him. Um, Again, this is kind of faking it because we created a style for the goofs. But in general, I'm gonna grab my color. So the kind of greenish gray, I literally just pulled up a picture of Ganondorf. Uh, just kind of decided on something that I thought would kind of fit his palette. The green and red are complementary colors. So I have sort of a desaturated neutral color here for his skin. I'm gonna say the highlights are and light color basically are gonna be a little bit warmer. So I don't know if you can see. You probably can't see like the palettes and stuff. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, I
basically,
can see the palette, but I don't know who is broadcasting.
gotcha. So
I
there
think
it's
Stag is. Yeah, yeah.
well, I think it's VM Live, right? So the color that I'm picking for here is gonna be basically a little darker, a little more saturated, and a little more pushed towards a bluer tint. I could do the same if I wanted warmer shadows. Typically, you want warm shadows, cool highlights, or
And you're leaving that far left corner for like rim lighting effect. Is that what it is?
yeah. So part of what we decided for the goofs was basically this flat neutral color is gonna act as a rim light. So I'm gonna do a first pass in a single color because we keep it pretty graphic for this, which means it's just all flat shapes. So we're gonna do a light, basically just indicating form for this first pass,
Yeah.
and then the second
Stag
pass
getting his
is
full Bob
gonna
Ross
go
in.
into yeah. Second pass is gonna go
Get
more
my
into
my art
like
lesson right now.
the darker shadows, and those are gonna create like a core shadow that's gonna pop out this rim light on the other side here. So
Yeah, it's really funny
a lot of
because
those-
I'm kind of supporting that with the line work too. Like anywhere that I'm doing kind of like thicker, darker, obviously for readability, so you can see like what's in front and what's behind. I'm also like, hey, these marks that I can do are kind of act like shadow as well from the opposite side.
yeah, anytime there's again, I lean on the art to inform, right? So with this single pass on here, I'm kind of touching the areas that he's indicated are shadow. some cool hands.
Hey man, you did a really good job with the cloth too. Like just trying to enhance. Looking really nice to kind of like only use half your brain on a
Yeah.
piece. Almost.
So I'm gonna go ahead and just jump straight into that darker core shadow back here. So this is gonna create a stronger highlight from that. It doesn't need to be anywhere. Basically anywhere that there's like a drop shadow, it's gonna be a little darker. And then on that sort of back left edge, again, this is more of a style that was created for the set, but it still uses kind of real world rules to an extent, right? You got to know the rules before you can break them.
Yeah, Mythic, I gotta check out some of your stuff, man. If you haven't posted anywhere, we'd love to see it, man.
Oh, he's
What
really
kind of
good.
stuff? What kind of stuff?
I mean, I feel like like when you 3D modeling stuff, do you go straight for reference, or like if you're modeling something that like you haven't like doesn't exist, do you sketch it at all, or you just look for like reference and kind of mash like photo mash stuff?
So I usually will have a reference, right? Some kind of sketch or some kind of idea of what I'm looking for. I rarely ever go into something completely blind, because especially in a 3D workspace, you end up just not getting anything done and start just like messing around, and it's not very constructive. You know what I'm saying? Like you end up just wasting a lot of time. You're better
I
off
feel
to
that.
go in with some kind of concept of what you're looking for, even if it's just a very rough sketch, before you start messing around. I have done like some orthogonal stuff where like you do like your front or your side projection and bring that in and try to build something to that to a certain extent, but it never translates 100% unless your line work is really freaking good. Like you really
Yeah, yeah.
understand.
It's so
Like
hard. It's so hard to
some
make
of
like
it.
a character like sheet
Sometimes you
that
can't
you
do
can
it.
model off of.
Like your 2D concept is never going to really look like what it looks like in 3D, right? Because you got that, foreshadowing, and the way we draw to create the illusion of shape doesn't exist in 3D,
Mhm.
right? So like sometimes your lines are forced to give an illusion of something like being into this three-quarter pose. But if you were to think of it like ripping this thing apart and going into 3D, like this would look weird.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like the sculpture is not really going to be exactly what it looks like. I mean, if you guys want, I can show you like 3D sculptures like that I have of like the derps and stuff like that. I think which are probably one of the
I
most
mean,
impressive
I've
pieces that I've
definitely
done.
seen them. You should share them. They're really good, man.
Let me see.
I gotta check that out.
And I mean, but those, so like I'm very slow. I think I'm getting much better as an artist, but I'm still very slow at it. Like, like I'll spend, obviously I have a full-time job, but I'll spend like 4 weeks working on something.
Totally. Well, so speed takes up time, right? It comes back to the toolbox that we we're talking about. The more you involve yourself in it, the more you kind of learn your own process, and the quicker it goes for the future. So I'm sure you've sped up over time.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's all relative.
even though my 3D skills are pretty advanced because like I'm an engineer in my day job and I do a lot of mechanical drawings, but that still wasn't like, okay, you can go draw like a freaking Disney level cartoon character.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still not the
I don't even
same
know if I
thing.
can do that.
Um,
Those guys are pretty insane, man. They're like, animators are probably some of the best illustrators in the world.
You
They
do want to
just
see
have
this? Is that what you said?
every angle. Yeah. Post it
drop
in
that.
chat.
Oh, you want to see like what it looks like, or you want to? I don't think I can share my screen. Oh, you haven't seen it, my model.
I've seen it. I don't think Robot Lim has seen it.
I haven't, but yeah. If you drop us
Oh yeah.
a pic in the chat, I'd love to see it.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, hold on
I'd
a
love to
second.
see it again.
How do I chat? Oh, that would do it.
Dude, good job, man. Wow. The colors. The colors.
Call me the wizard.
All right. I'm gonna have to wrap it up. Theo's getting a little antsy in his pantsy.
All right, I'm
Just drop that
almost
in
done here.
Yo, that's sick.
So that's the one that I'm working on right now, but I'm struggling with getting the yellow orange the exact way I want it when I'm painting it. But
Are you coloring the UV, the wrap, or the map yourself?
what's that?
Are you coloring the UV map yourself?
So I'm
The texture
fucking
map?
lazy. Yeah. I did all that.
Yeah, that's sick.
I was gonna say I'm fucking lazy and I don't like to do retopology. So like
Yeah.
my mesh is like insane. There's fucking millions of freaking polygons on this.
Hella
stupid
tries.
thing.
Hella tries.
Well, because I do a lot of sculpting, and so sculpting
Mhm.
will just like keep adding more geometry as you go. And I just
Are you
don't have. What's that?
ZBrushing? Are you ZBrushing or
No, I do everything in Blender.
in Blender? Nice.
I downloaded ZBrush. I just because I'm already doing work, it's hard to stop to learn a different way of doing it.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I kind of
feel
feel like I need to make that transition no matter what because it's unsustainable with like the higher level detail stuff that I'm doing because I'm trying to make a real item, not like a game asset where I can get away with just using the texture to fool people to think the geometry looks a certain way.
Yeah, a lot of people don't get that. Like the fact that like the level of detail to get, or if you're like trying to 3D model it and stuff like that, all that shit just matters so much more than like being able to fake it with like texture map.
Yeah, well,
or
texture
anything.
map, bump mapping, and doing all these kind of like physical based rendering tricks. I'm like, I can't do that. I gotta send this to a 3D printer.
Yeah. Hey, props on you,
What a
man. Like,
unique set
going-
of challenges.
Yeah,
What was
so
that?
It's,
I said, what a unique set of challenges.
yeah,
it's like a whole. I've ironically just have a history of doing a lot of makerspace type things, like on my own, like whether it's 3D modeling, 3D printing, working in manufacturing, working in a machine shop. Like, there's a lot that you just have to know about making stuff to pull this off in your living room. It's not that easy.
Yeah, I bet.
And then go learn how to paint,
yeah.
which
Yeah, so
which
all
I
of
have
your
been
stuff is
loving.
hand painted, right?
So depending on which part of the figurine it is, I do have an airbrush. If it's easier for me to airbrush, I'll airbrush, but I actually prefer to paint with a brush, like a real brush.
Nice.
Sick.
Dude, so I've been I haven't done any lately, but I used to do a lot of minifigure painting. It'd be really cool to get like a community like paint night.
Yeah, I have a box of Space Marines that I got for Christmas because I put it on my wish list and haven't even opened it. Well, I opened
See,
it
Warhammer?
just to
we
look
need,
at.
we need
I
to
opened
get
it
that time in there, you know?
just to look at them,
You
and
need
then I
an
put them back in the
excuse.
box.
Oh no!
Yeah,
We gotta get
there's
that
some
some
sad
love.
in there.
Well, and then like we had this whole meme that started with this like Dirtbird sign, and then people were like, "I want one," so I put it for sale today. Like at 6:30 in the morning, I put one for sale, and I sold 5 today. So now I gotta make fucking signs too.
Congrats.
Um,
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah,
just-
for real.
I'm just having a good time, just like being me, doing whatever the hell I want, and just doing it in a very social
Love
and
that.
organic
That's
way.
the right attitude to have with your art too, because like that's where like it obviously sounds like you're very passionate with like fabricating and like doing like the mechanical side of things, such as like you lean into that stuff, whereas like some people are like, oh man, that's like a headache. I can't even like bring myself to learn. So it's
Yeah.
kind of cool just to like follow wherever that like whatever parts you want to nerd out into at your own pace and how you're like enjoying it. That's honestly the best way. Like
100%. Like I got home from work and I'm like mixing up like AB mix like polyurethane like on my counter to pour over this fucking sign just so I can make it look like a fiberglass body.
He was like fucking Walter White out here, just like
Yo,
You're like
cooking over
Dexter,
here.
dude. It's like
Not
there's some
DJ,
bodies over
not
there.
yo, not DJ cooking. I'm cooking for real, like fucking chemicals in my kitchen, bro. The fuck? I'm like, it's totally not necessary. I could have just sanded the shit out of it and primed it, but I was like, nah, bro. Let's cook up some urethane and pour it over this thing.
yo, if I need to get rid of a body, I'm gonna be asking you what kind of chemicals I need to be looking into.
I don't know nothing about that. All right, listen, we don't
Oh
talk
yeah,
about the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
chemicals.
We don't know anything about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Yeah, DM's open.
He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what you want to do is you want to get all cash and go all to all the Home Depots around your area and get a lot of. No, just kidding.
I know you
Yeah.
know the hacks, so it's all right.
Yo,
We
dude,
gotta prove nothing to nobody.
yo, Drano can do a lot, my kid. Drano can do a lot.
I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. That's good. So my boy said Drano was the solution.
Yo, dude, Drano for the win.
Yo, this guy's looking great, by the way.
Yeah. Thanks for taking your time on the color, because I was really able to just drop some marks on there, and it just feels like very inky, you know.
Yeah. No, this one's been fun. Like we kind of went over on time, but we've had the conversation going, so I figured it was worth it. And I mean, he looks dope. So
Yeah, appreciate you, Mythical, asking some of the art stuff too. Like, it's kind of fun to just nerd out on this stuff too.
Yeah, it was funny. Like I started talking to I don't know if you guys know Nemesis. She's like
Oh,
an
yeah,
artist
of
for
course.
I went to her
Nice.
show in New York City, and
Oh,
I
how's
wanted to.
that?
It was cool, man. It was very interesting to like meet people IRL, because
Mhm.
everything online is like contrived, right? And it's like very pumpy, and everybody's trying to, they're trying to sell themselves, right? And I get that, So it's like there's a certain kind of way people present themselves online, especially in spaces and whatever. But when you're IRL and somebody, like, there's only so much a nerd can do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you almost got to check yourself a little bit. So it was cool. I got to meet a lot of people, but my favorite was meeting Nemesis, even though she didn't know who I was, because I didn't really come like announce or anything like that. I just came with some other dudes, some friends of mine.
Mhm.
And then like I was like, how much do you want for your painting? And she was so confused and she didn't really want to sell it. And I was like, all right, but like I make these figurines. Like, can we work out a deal? She's like, oh, so we started talking back and forth on DMs, and she's like, oh, dude, like if you make the character that's in the painting as a figurine, I'll do a trade. And I was like, word, yeah, that's cool, I can do that.
I love a good art trade.
As an artist, bro, that right there is like, yeah, if there's a skill that you have that I don't, and you can like bring my shit to life more, bro. Let's talk, man.
But that's cool, like in the sense that like she wasn't even willing to sell it. So like I was like, what's the price? She's like, it's not for sale. But if you make a figurine of the chick that's in the painting, it's funny. Like do you guys remember when that whole this was a couple years back, the whole like feminist movement with the Pussy Riot hats or whatever,
Yeah.
the face mask Pussy Riot stuff. So she's got like this painting of like a series of painting that she has this character that she draws, and it's just this chick on her ass laying down with like her arms supporting her, and her like she's totally naked and has like these big nipples and stuff, and has like a ski mask pulled over her face, and like just the color palette and the way she put it together, I was like, it's just so cool. Like I want it. I don't know why, I just do. And she didn't want to sell it, and I was like, yo, what if I make your little bitty in 3D? I have to make a trade. Oh.
That's an awesome card to be able to pull, man. Yo, Steg, this turned out great, man.
Yes.
Yeah. This
You
came out
can
really
send
good.
that to my wallet, no problem. No problem.
Buy a goof, we can make it happen.
I bought a couple.
Let's go. Yeah, we usually send these out. I don't know, or we just started again last week, really. So
Mhm.
we gotta link up with Beast Dives and get these minted, get them sent out.
Appreciate the suggestions though. Everybody who jumped in the chat and just came to kick it too. Hopefully, uh, you know, it was fun to be able to see us cook.
Absolutely. And we're not done yet. What? Why not?
Oh shit! Oh, wait, what are you doing? What is going on? This guy's gonna put like freaking splatters and stuff. It's gonna be crazy. I'm just as much in surprise of like the directions you take, the backgrounds and stuff.
Bro, you and me both sometimes.
I
I don't always
still
know
remember
where
when
they're
you
gonna
made
go.
the moon, the universe one. The
Oh yeah, dude, that
So-
and that one wound up in the set.
yeah.
I mean, recreated, but
I think the last time I was here, you were working on the Eclipse one. It was that time. Was that last week?
Oh yeah. The
yeah, I think
the
it was
wood,
next week.
the tree goop.
So funny.
Tree fitty.
Are you guys doing animations at all with these, or just the gifs?
Just the PNG, really.
Yeah. Have you guys
Shit, I
dabbled
would-
with the new Procreate app, the 2D animation Procreate
I
app?
have
Yeah.
not
I-
yet. I will one day.
I have it on my iPad. I haven't had the chance to literally sit down and use it.
So like I kind of self-taught myself like a lot of like I bought a lot of books for traditional animation. I don't know if you guys have ever looked at the like
Survival's
survival
Guide?
guide. Yeah, Survival's Guide.
Yeah, my boy.
I haven't.
I'm
Like
glad to
I
see
literally
it.
have that. But like, have you seen? Oh, I'm actually gonna look at it. What's it called? The Drawn in Life book series. It's a 2-part book series.
Is it animation based or is it a like?
Yeah. So it's written by Walt Stransfield. It's like an OG animator from like the golden era of like animation for Disney.
Love that.
It's
I
like
think I
a
might have heard of it.
it's a really crazy book, and they talk about basically what it's like to be an animator full time, like literally drawing every day,
All day.
8 hours a day without burning
Yeah.
out.
That's a lot of draftsmanship and like discipline to be able, because I mean I've done like whatever, you know, post or frame to frame animation before and stuff, and it's just like it's so easy to get your shape or your character just going off on a tangent and like looking like a wobbly noodle. Like when I see animation, I'm like, man, it's so crisp and like on model the entire time, and these are like
Right.
hundreds and hundreds of drawings. I'm like, bro. I
Well,
don't
they
get it.
talk like all about like the squash and stretch and how to really do this toon style or Americana style of animation
Mhm.
where everything is moving with emotion and everything is circles and kind of like mapping out all your frames and your timing and everything that they go into, and it's just like I love that, but how can I just not have a job so I can do this?
Exactly.
It's so intensive. There's no way you can do it by
Time.
yourself. Yeah. There's literally no way you can do it by yourself. But also, like, it's so easy to get lost in the sauce. Like, okay, this is like drawing number like 402 of this like 30-second animation. Like, where even is the character anymore? Like, you can't be lazy with your marks, or just
So,
throws off the whole feeling.
I was finally able, after years of just like brain blockage, I don't know why, to rig characters in Blender with a plugin that I paid for. And I was like, for the first time, able to like move my characters. And I'm just like, oh man, all I need now is like my whole week to myself. The whole week.
yeah. To really good. Have you seen somebody used Procreate to draw like these assets and then used like an AI to like turn it into 3D models because they made like a prop sheet basically, and then they had all those prop sheets like rig onto like a rig, and then he recorded his own performance and it was able to match the rig up to his performance. So his like all his or his character is like moving in a shot with him. I was like, no way. He did it as a test, and it's just so cool to see like you can be a one man show basically.
I mean, with some cost, right? Because like I've seen some of these 3D AI generators, and they're not the free ones. Those are the only ones I used, are not very good.
Mhm.
But I'm sure, why would you give it away for free if you use some of these paid AI, 3D modeling packages or whatever, that they could be pretty impressive.
Hopefully, man. I mean, Procreate, like, they went with a non-subscription model, and they were aiming at something that was like just geared towards accessibility, and so I mean, sometimes maybe it just takes like an artist making stuff for artists' sake to try to make it more like accessible for people. But you're right. I mean, people could just decide, hey, this is a resource that like I'm gonna paywall and try to get as much as I can out of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a stigma against AI. I just don't like it.
No, I feel it, man. I'm seeing it as a tool where like people are just gonna keep on using it and keep on bridging the gap of stuff, and it's like I
I think
I
it's
don't
going
like
to be
it completely
around,
replacing stuff.
which makes me want to just like try and keep up to date with it, whether I use it or not.
Yeah, I get that. I just feel like there's like at a certain point, when do we just forget how to be artists because we've allowed the machine to do everything for us?
Mhm. I
Like
thought
I
that way
understand.
today. I was on a run. I was literally on a run, and like I was driving or running past like a fire pit or whatever, and I was just like, bro, I'm so like dependent on like heaters and stuff. Like I don't really know how to like build a fire from scratch. Like we lost that. I lost that like skill.
Totally.
So what you're telling me, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean, do you miss horses? Because horses were a thing.
Right. Calculators are my best friend.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to math without a robot, I guess.
Yeah, but like you don't feel like culture is being lost.
I feel like I can't
Probably.
control the culture progressing.
No. I'm saying like art being a part of what makes culture, right? Like it's do you lose the uniqueness of the way you do it with your flaws by having everything just be computer image like just generated?
Yeah, I feel like there's still a place for it. Like it becomes like, oh, he's doing it. He's doing it with more difficulty, and which is cool because it's like, oh, he's skillful.
I mean, we're also
Ooh.
artists, right? Like we live our life on hard mode.
Yeah, that's true too.
All right, I think we can call this guy done. He looks pretty cool.
Well,
Oh,
it's pretty
dang.
cool joining you guys as jam sesh guys. I really appreciate open conversation and whatnot.
Dude, we appreciate having you, man. Thanks for hanging
Seriously.
out. We're gonna
Yeah.
be doing these every week for the foreseeable future.
Is it Thursdays, right? Always Thursday, or just random days of the week?
So I think we're gonna be switching up the days. We might be moving to like Tuesdays. It might switch around for a little bit, but I think we're gonna end up on probably Tuesdays.
What time did you guys start anyhow? Well,
3 p.m.
I mean,
Pacific. I don't know where you're at.
Yeah, so
I'm
hour
on the
and a
East
half ago,
Coast.
or
So
a couple
six
hours and a half.
six for you.
Yeah, so that's not a bad time, yeah. Because I never know when I'm getting out of work. Never.
We'll be here, man. I do want to say thank you for everybody who tuned in, for who was casting suggestions out there, and just for hanging out with us. Mythical, it was a pleasure talking to you, man. Thanks for asking about the process and having some nerdy art talk with us.
Yeah, Mythical.
And
You the goat for
this
that.
was a blast. Catch us next week. We might have something a little special prepared for you. So that's all I can say for now. But in the meantime, cheers, everybody. Happy Thursday. We'll see you on the next art night. Don't forget
Catch you guys
to
later.
tune into Goofing Around tomorrow, 3 p.m. Pacific. get to listen to GubJeb and Beast Dives argue about nonsense. All right, everybody. It was a pleasure. Robot Lim, you're the fucking man as always. Beast Dives, thanks for holding us down. And we'll see you next week.